So we are here for another video for a structure deck ×3 with the new Spirit Charmer structure deck. This one came out just last week or the week before at the time of recording. And these came like a few days after it was released. These came like just after Thanksgiving, like the Sunday after. So I wanted to record these now, get the video underway, and get it out to you, everyone watching. By the way, if you're not already, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell so you can get notified every time I get a new structure deck and upload video. Also, make sure you like it and comment down below on what structure deck you want me to do this for next. I am open to suggestions, always. But without further ado, let the video go underway. Okay, I just opened one box. I'm gonna kind of go over the deck and put it together right after. Honestly, I really like the playmat that it came in, or that came with it. Like, it's a solid playmat. I really like it. Like, it's simple. It has really nice artwork on it, like solid artwork, but simple at the same time. Like, it's just really nice. It looks really nice. Like, I would like to see it on a playmat like this, like a professional playmat, like this 18 APS Tri-Brigade one. I would love to see it. Like, I would love to see it, but it looks really nice. Then we got the actual plant deck here that I'm gonna open, or at least attempt to. You know what? I'm just gonna skip to when I get it open. Of course, they gotta promote Phantom Rage. They got to. And I took the token out. So we're on to the deck profile. Or we're on to the, deck profile, basically. First card up is Familiar Possessed Asa. Earth one. You can special summon this card from your hand or deck by sending one face-up Asa the Earth Charmer and one face-up Earth monster you control to the graveyard. If this is special summoned by its own effect, attacks. No, if this card special summoned by its own effect attacks defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. Okay. Then we got Awakening of the Possessed. Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious Archfiend. Sorry, I just can't read. Awakening of the Possessed Greater Inari Fire. Grand Spiritual Art Ishirin. Spirit Charmers, okay. Raigeki, of course. Possessed Partnerships. Also the Earth Charmer, okay. Area, the Water Charmer. Hida, the Fire Charmer. Win, the Wind Charmer. Nefarious Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness. Gigabyte. Inari Fire. Ranryu. Fairy Tail Sleeper. Fairy Tail Rella. Fairy Tail Luna. I'm sorry, there is a beeping. I don't know where it's coming from. If you can hear it, I am really sorry about it. Witchcrafter Golem Aruru. Dark Doriado. Witch of the Black Forest. Shout out to Nim Nim and Simo. This is a power player in Nim Nim's deck. Effect Veiler. I love Effect Veiler. Then Denko Seka. Okay. So I'm just trying to organize this a little bit, just a little bit. Then Awakening of the Possessed. Then Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Then Spellbook of Knowledge. Terraforming. Book of Eclipse. Twin Twisters. Dark Ruler No More. This deck has some powerful cards in it. Like, I think this is the first Dark Ruler No More I own. Unpossessed. Spiritual Earth Art Kurogane. Spiritual Water Art Aoi. Spiritual Fire Art Kurenai. Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. Metaverse. Dimensional Barrier. Solemn Warning. Then I got Familiar Possessed Asa. Familiar Possessed Area. And these have the same ability as the first card or the same effect as the first one I have, except for the corresponding element. Like, this one is water, this one over here is earth, this one is fire, you know, and then wind is wind. Then I got, hey, go to Duel Links. Do it. Okay, that's the deck. I'll be right back. I'm gonna real quickly just combine the 3 decks I have and then show you what I got. So I'll be right back. I kind of hate this tripod a little bit. Like in the left corner, the left bottom corner, I can't get it out of frame. I kind of hate this tripod. But anyways, we're back with the deck profile of it. I'm not putting sleeves on it right now. I'm not, like, I just recorded a deck profile, an updated deck profile of the Red Eyes Guard Dragon deck, and there was a horrible glare, so I'm just going to do this sleeveless. I know it's sacrilegious for a Yu-Gi-Oh player to do anything sleeveless, but that's what I'm doing. And this might be a little different than some other ones. I decided to focus on just 3 attributes, like just 3 of the charmers. That's might be a little different than some other deck profiles see of this, but it's what I decided to do. So let's get underway after only a minute of me talking. First up, we have 2 Asa the Earth Charmers. We have 2 Area the Water Charmers. And we have 2 Hida the Fire Charmers. These are the 3 that I decided to go with. Fire, Water, and Earth. I just think that would make this deck a bit more consistent, just a bit more controlled, and a bit easier to build in the long run. And obviously this would just be a trial, this would just be the start of a deck. You can do this any way you want. If you want all like 4 or 5 attributes, go for it. This is just kind of a way for you to start if you don't know where to start, you know? But on that, we have 3 Familiar Possessed Asas, 3 Familiar Possessed Areas. There's 3 there, I promise. There's 3 there. And 3 Familiar Possessed Hitas. Then I have 1 Awakening of the Possessed Nefarious Archfiend, 1 Awakening of the Possessed Greater Inari Fire, and 1 Gigabyte. These 3 were kind of last minute additions just because I wanted to have some sort of like other attribute for the Awakening Possessed, or the Familiar Possessed, you know? So they were kind of last minute. Not gonna lie, but I do like them. I do really like them. Then I have 3, well, before I do that, if you want to, you can take out 1 of the Familiar Possessed and add in a second one of these. A second one of the Gigabyte and the 2 Awakened of the Possessed. You can add 1 more and take out 1 of the Familiar Possessed ones that I just told you about earlier. You can totally do that. That might make it a bit more balanced if you want to focus more on these than the Charmers themselves. but that's up to you. Then I have 3 effect veilers for that hand trap. Okay, and that does it for the monsters. As for the spell cards, I have 3 Spirit Charmers. I have 2 Awakening of the Possessed. Then I have 2 Grand Spiritual Water. No, I have 2 Grand Spiritual Art Ichirines. 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters, and 1 Terraforming. Then I have 2 Twin Twisters, and I have 3 Dark Ruler No Mores. Again, these are the first Dark Ruler No Mores I've ever owned in my life. Like, they were super expensive, and now you can get one copy per structure deck you get, which I think is amazing. It is amazing. Like, I think Konami and a lot of structure decks lately, like this one, the Salamangreat one, and a lot of other ones lately, we've been getting a lot of, like, powerful cards, like Effect Veiler, Dark Ruler No More, Twin Twisters, at low cost compared to, like, what they were before, which I think is really important, especially, like, to new players trying to get into the meta game or to returning players. Because I know that the price of a lot of cards kind of makes a lot of players nervous or scared to get into it because they're afraid that if they buy it now, that the price is just going to drop instantly, or they just don't have the money for it. So just, if you're willing to spend $30 on, like, some structure decks, you can get some good cards, and you can just start, like, diving in, which I think is phenomenal. Okay, then for the traps, I have 3 Possessed Partnerships, and I have 1 Solemn Warning. Not much of a trap lineup, but it's the current 2020 Yu-Gi-Oh! There usually aren't a lot of trap cards unless it's like Red Reboot or Infinite Impermanence anyway, so there we go. But that's really it. That's the Spirit Charmer structure deck times 3. And that'll really do it. So I'll see you in the next video. Stay frosty, my friends.